my name is Christina. I'm a peer counselor here under faculty supervision. Everything you say here is confidential unless you tell me that you want to harm yourself, harm others, or you know of imminent danger to others, or you're unable to take care of yourself. So we can meet 30 minutes once a week for the remainder of the semester, and you are free to refuse treatment at any time. Do you have any questions?
No.
So what brings you in today?
I'm here because I'm having a lot of issues in my life kind of outside of John Jay. I am just kind of overwhelmed by everything. First of all, my job is just not going super well, and then just kind of the stress of running my house kind of, and just getting everything done at home. And then additionally, I really wanted to do an internship this semester, and I was going to try and figure that out, but I just couldn't swing it with work, and work had to come first. So I'm just feeling really frustrated by that in particular, and I think it's making me angry at my job and stuff too.
Okay, so you mentioned you're going through a lot of conflicts right now. You mentioned your job, your academic life, getting an internship. Is there a specific conflict that you want to focus on? What's bothering you the most at this moment?
I guess I would start with just my job. I work as a babysitter for 2 different families, and the kids that I watch, well, one of the families is pretty good, but the other family is, the kids have been quite difficult lately, and I've studied some early childhood development and stuff, and I like kids, and it's a good job, it pays pretty well, but it's just, I feel like I go into it every week, and it's so frustrating, and I come out exhausted, and I'm just why are they so misbehaved, what am I doing wrong? And it just drains me, kind of, the mornings that I have work. And I also really wanted to do this internship, but it conflicted with babysitting, and I just need the money, so I couldn't quit. So I think it was partially that too. Now when I go into work, I'm just I'd rather be doing this internship. This feels like a waste of my time, kind of.
Okay, so it seems like your job, which you're babysitting, is really taking a toll on you. Even though you love kids and you've studied developmental psychology, it seems as if what you've studied you can't really apply in real life. So the kids are misbehaving, and it's also interfering with internships as well.
Yeah.
So am I getting it right?
Yeah, definitely. I feel I'm just it's something that I've done for a really long time, but for some reason now it's just harder, and I don't know if maybe I just had easier kids in the past, or if I'm just kind of losing my motivation really for it. But yeah, it's just not been fun lately. It's been really, really stressful.
Okay. So you stated that you're really confused, that you don't know whether or not you are taking care of kids that are just misbehave in general, or that you haven't been able to just handle it lately. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, that's definitely accurate. I just one of my kids, he is 2, and he just at the park. One of his parents works from home, so I try and take him out of the house as much as possible, so that we're not loud. And so we go to the park a lot, and he's just been so bad, throwing sand toys, hitting other kids. And I just I used to have more patience for it, but now I just find myself getting so angry at and just being I can't handle this, I just want to go home, and I'm just no matter how much they're paying me, it's not enough for how miserable this is. So yeah, I'm just losing my patience for it, my tolerance for it, and yeah, I wanted to do this internship instead, but since I live on my own and have to buy my own groceries and everything, I can't really, I looked at it and thought about it and thought about maybe taking away one family that I babysit for and just doing the other one, the easier one. But I really, when I was doing the math, I was no, I really need both. So it just wasn't meant to be this semester.
Right. So yeah, it definitely seems like you're very puzzled. It seems like, one conflict is kind of leading to the other. So it's kind of like a domino effect from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, for sure. They're kind of bleeding into each other because I didn't used to hate babysitting so much, but I think because it affected me being able to do this internship that I wanted to do, I think it contributed to me maybe finding it harder now.
So what feelings arise when you speak about not being able to really, do this internship that you really want to do?
To be honest, I was really angry about it because I just felt like I work really hard and I don't understand why some people just have it easier and can have time to do all the things that they want to do. Maybe they can, it was an unpaid internship, but some people can just, have the time to do that. But I just feel like it's unfair that I didn't have the time to do that, even though I worked just as hard as them. So I feel like I was kind of angry about it. And yeah.
Well, I don't think you should be so hard on yourself. You are able to manage your time when it comes to school and working, so you should give yourself a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, with school, I mean, it's not like I just take 5 classes, so it's a pretty average course load, and I'm lucky enough that my family does help me out with that, but my family doesn't live in the city anymore, so I can't live with them, so I kind of have to support myself in other ways, through just paying for my apartment and groceries and stuff, which is where I have to work so many hours of school, so I don't feel overwhelmed. I just wish that I had a little bit more time to have an internship before I graduate, so I'll feel more prepared for work life and stuff.
Do you mind me asking when you will be graduating?
I have 1 more year after this, so there's a possibility maybe I could fit in an internship next year. So I kind of am just looking ahead towards that, maybe making it work better for myself next year. But I'm gonna try really hard to find a paid internship so that I can, even if it's not that much, but that way I can justify it with taking back some hours of working.
Right. So if you get paid as well, you won't have to really work as much either.
Yeah, even if it's a little bit less. I could live on a little bit less, just not nothing. Couldn't really work for free. But
okay, so you mentioned conflicts with work and school, and wanting to get an internship, but it seems like you're on the right track. You do have goals that you want to achieve, which is great. You've taken the time to really think through that. You have another year left. You'll definitely be able to incorporate that internship that you want, and hopefully it's a paid one as well. So I know you're very discouraged right now, but take it from someone who's on the outside listening in that you're definitely on a good road.
yeah, sometimes I feel like that, but sometimes I'm just oh, it's gonna be such a long year. just not doing everything I want to be doing, and I just feel like I could almost be like doing more, but yeah, and it's hard not having like my family around anymore either, because also that's like who I would talk to about just like work and school, and so that's really hard too, because I just feel kind of alone and just like working hard and not really like accomplishing a lot.
So how does it, like, how has it been for you not having the support system that you're used to?
Just really different, and I definitely don't like it that much. My family lived here when I started school, but then they moved back to Massachusetts, where they're from, and so obviously I stayed because of school, and also I liked it here better than there. I lived there when I was a kid, and my mom and dad helped me a lot with like the transition, but it's still really hard to live like alone. Not alone, I mean I have roommates, but to live with like other people than them, and kind of transition into doing everything like laundry and groceries and just everything like in my house. It's like really different and kind of difficult.
Yeah, I can only imagine what it's like, you know. It's, you know, living with roommates and living with, you know, your family. It's definitely like a huge like adjustment. It's not that easy, you know. So